Nobody's coming. Now, that sounds a bit vague, doesn't it? But what do I mean by that? Well, nobody's coming to write your next blog article. Nobody's coming to write your next book. Nobody is coming to write an email to your list today. Nobody is coming to record a video for a YouTube channel. I could keep going on and on and on, but you get the idea. Nobody is going to do the work for you. If it's going to be done, it's going to be done by you. Now, I'm sure when you were growing up you had parents or you had a guardian or somebody who was constantly on your case. They would make sure that you got up at a certain time, probably always seemed too early in the morning, but they got you out of bed, they got you your breakfast, they probably made sure that you had all your books in your bag, and they followed you around the house in the morning to make sure you had your teeth brushed and that you were out on time for the school bus. And when school was over, I imagine when you get back, you were back into the same routine again. Eat your dinner, get your homework done, you can watch a little bit of TV, you can't watch it after this time, again, get the teeth brushed, get to bed. But there was a routine that you followed, and somebody was constantly on your case to make sure that you took all those actions. But if you were left to your own devices, like most people are now that they grow up, they become an adult and they move out of home, they can go in any direction and they can do anything that they want. So if I wanted to right now, I could drive down to the local supermarket, I could buy a tray of maybe 12 jammy donuts, or I could go to maybe a bar or something like that, and I could drink or I could buy donuts. There's nobody on my case. There's nobody who is at me saying, you know something, Barry, maybe eating 12 donuts first thing in the morning isn't a great idea. Maybe drinking early in the morning isn't a good idea. But there's nobody there to parent me. And unfortunately, that is a problem that a lot of people have. As soon as they move out of home, they don't have somebody parenting them. They don't have somebody looking out for them, probably doing the things that they need to do, even though they don't want to do them. Now, I remember reading in a book, The 5-Second Rule. The author's name slips my mind, but again, it's a great book if you're ever interested in, maybe you're not taking enough action and you procrastinate, and I recommend you do get a copy of that book. It's called The 5-Second Rule. But in that book, the author says that the majority of us don't want to take an action the majority of time. You know, if we were given the choice of going to the gym, the majority of us would go the opposite way, because who wants to go to the gym? There may be the odd perfect day when the planets are lined up, or maybe you've seen Rocky the night before, or you've seen somebody, you know, that you went to school with and they had got their figure back, or a class reunion, and suddenly you've got this burst of inspiration and motivation, and suddenly heading to the gym seems easy. But over time then, you know, you get out of bed one morning and it's raining or there's snow, and the thought of getting into a cold car and going to the gym or going somewhere to do that workout seems impossible, and you drop out. But if you had somebody who was parenting you, they wouldn't let you off the hook. They would make sure, and they would say, it doesn't matter what, if it rains or snows, you need to get to that gym, so off you go. But as I said, because people haven't got parents keeping an eye on them or forcing them to do that, they only take actions when they're in the mood to do it. You can imagine somebody like Stephen King, who is a great prolific writer and writes regularly. I'm sure if he only wanted to write on the days when he felt writing, I'm sure he would have put out a fraction of the books he has done. But I'm sure he has got in the habit of sitting down at his keyboard every single day, whether he likes doing it or not, because he knows it needs to be done. And unfortunately, some people are, like I mentioned in one of the other videos, sometimes some people are the worst employees they could have, and also the worst boss that they can have, because they will show up late to the job. They will be the boss, then they will say, it's okay, take the day off, should we come back and do this work tomorrow or whatever, and they let themselves off with murder, and because of that then they don't get any of that work done. But as I said at the start of the video, if you need to get something done, there's nobody going to show up to do it. There's nobody going to knock on your door today and say to you, hey, I've got nothing to do today. Do you mind if I write 10 pages of fiction for you? Or hey, I hear that you need a great blog post today. I've got a great idea for a blog post. Would you mind if I wrote it out for you today? Yeah, that sounds daft. I know it is when you listen to it. But for some of us, we have this kind of idea that somebody is going to step in and is going to swoop in like a superhero and is going to save us from the life that we're in. But I'm here to tell you that that is not going to happen, and if you want to sit around and wait for that to happen, I'm sure we'll all come back and there'll probably be a skeleton still sitting in that chair because that superhero didn't turn up. So whatever you need to do today, I'm here to tell you that yes, you're probably not going to want to do it. There's some days I turn up here to do these videos and it's probably raining, or I'm just not in the mood, or I just want to lie on in bed. But I know if I let myself off the hook, that one day will slowly slip into 2 days, slip into 3 days, and before I know it, the little momentum that I've built up right now, or the motivation I have right now, is going to fall apart. So, you know, you will find days when you don't want to do what you need to do, but it's up to you to parent yourself, because, you know, now that we've probably all moved out of home, it's very easy for us to go and run off in any direction, take any action we want to do. In some cases, maybe not the best action for us. You know, we could all peg out for the next couple of weeks, which would be fantastic, but as you probably know, you know, it's going to cause health problems in the future. You're going to have to probably lose that weight, or you're going to have to go on medication if you're not taking care of yourself. So be a better parent on yourself. Remember back to those days when your parent or guardian was constantly on your case, making sure that you followed your routine, made sure you did all your chores every day, and keep that in mind. You know, parent yourself better today, because as I said, nobody is going to turn up today and do the work for you. It's all going to be on you. There's nobody going to do this video today, and that's why I'm here recording it. So keep that in mind today if you are, you know, letting yourself off the hook. If you're being a bad parent to yourself, maybe you need to knuckle yourself down a little bit more and make sure that you follow your daily chores. So as always, if you'd like to know more about me, or the videos, or the podcast, or the site, if you want to do a Google search or a search in iTunes for Writecome, that's WRITECOME.com, you'll find tons of content all over the web. Or if you'd like to go to the site, where we have a great free report at the moment, which is going to show you 10 ways anyone can make money with their keyboard, and it's called Words to Wealth. And in one of those cases, you don't even need to be a great writer. In fact, the less words you write, the better, and possibly the more money you can make. Now, if that intrigues you, or you'd like to, you know, challenge me by reading that report and taking action on it, I'm sure you'll be very, very surprised. But head over to Writecome now and download the report, give it a go, and let me know what you think. So, as always, thanks for sharing your time with me again today. Take care, have a great day, bye bye.